Good evening, Phil. How you doing? Happy Sunday. How's your day today? Good evening, Phil. How you doing? Okay, so I think let me just go to the group, tell them that we are live. Okay, so I think we should start and then they'll come and join us. All right. So we'll be looking at something quite interesting. Well, to me, it's very interesting though. Moving from, and this is it, moving from side hustle to CEO. That's building your VA career, building a career in virtual assistance. Okay. So, yeah, like I was saying, today we are going to be looking at how you go from having it as your side hustle, how you go from making it, okay, 1 to 2 hours a day, working on projects for 1 to 2 hours a day, to actually turning it into a business. That is your source of income, while establishing other sources of income just through this particular source. Okay, so first things first, what are we going to be learning today? We are going to be learning how to see long term. That is, we are not just learning this for the short term goal, but we are going beyond 1 year, beyond 2 years, looking at it long term and building this. So we are going to be seeing the long term VA roadmap. We are going to learn how to package our services and attract clients. All right. We're also going to understand how to move from being a general VA to a specialized one to becoming a digital business manager. All right. So, and then lastly, we are going to also know the immediate next step to take to start your VA journey. All right. So, by way of introduction, from day one and two, respectively, we covered what virtual assistant is, who they work for, how much they earn. And yesterday, day two, we looked at high income skills. So today we are just going to be looking at, okay, can you see them now? All right, sorry for that. So today we are going to be looking at your future path, how you can take this from being just what you do on the side to the main thing that you do. So, and we are also going to be looking at character traits that will make you stand out. Okay, because it's one thing to for your skills to take you into something, or your skills to get you into a particular organization. It's another thing for your character to keep you stable there. All right. And then this is going to show, today is just going to be a really interesting class though. All right. So now we are going to first looking at key characteristics of a virtual assistant. We are going to be looking at key characteristics of a virtual assistant. First, as a virtual assistant, must be what? Reliable and trustworthy. Secondly, you must possess good communication skills. Be clear, be polite, be professional in your emails, calls, and chats. All right. Thirdly, be organized. Be able to manage tasks, calendars, and multiple clients, because definitely as a virtual assistant, maybe times will come when you can take multiple clients, maybe like 2 to 3 clients per month, and then by the time you start building upwards, then you can now decide to start bringing down your client levels. All right, that is bringing down the number of clients you attend to every month. Okay, so how do you do that? You have to stay organized. You have to be able to be organized. Fourthly, you have to be proactive. You don't just wait to be told everything. You be proactive. You give out suggestions. Okay? Number one is be reliable and trustworthy. Secondly, possess good communication skills. Thirdly, so number two is possess good communication skills. Have you gotten that well? Then thirdly, you have to be organized, be able to manage tasks, calendars, meetings, and multiple clients at the same time. Number four, you have to be proactive. Don't wait to be told everything. Okay? Anticipate client needs. Always try to be in their shoes to know, okay, just take for example, you are the owner of that business. How do you think you really want it to run? Be proactive. Don't just be there waiting for them to tell you everything you have to do. Number five, be detail oriented. Be detail oriented. Small mistake can cause a lot of havoc. Okay, so we ought to be what? Detail oriented. Sixthly, be able to be flexible and be adaptive. Be what? Flexible and adaptive. That is, always have the eagerness to learn, because as a virtual assistant you should always be learning, because every day all the tools you will be using, they'll be upgrading them. A tool cannot stay the same for more than 3 months. I'm sure we have a very good instance of WhatsApp. They are always upgrading. And one thing I've noticed with WhatsApp is that if you don't upgrade by a particular certain date, you will see that they will lock you out. And until you do that before you can be able to get back in. So be what? Be adaptable and flexible. Learn new things quickly and adjust to different client systems, because definitely you are going to be working with a lot of people, different people. The person you worked for in A will not be the same thing as the person you are working for in B. So be adaptable, be flexible. Number seven, be a problem solver. Okay, be a what? Problem solver. If a tool fails, find alternative. Don't just freeze, don't just get lost. All right. Number eight, be confidential and professional. Handle sensitive information with care. Keep boundaries. Be what? Be confidential and professional. Handle sensitive information with care, because you are a social media manager. Your Definitely your clients will give you access to their social media page. So that's not the time for you to go about and be telling, oh, this client that I have, account details. Oh, you start sharing it for people or some. No, mm-mm, don't do that. Secretive with what your client has handed over to you. All right, then number nine says be tech savvy. Be comfortable with online tools, just like how help us. But most of us are only focusing on ChatGPT. For example, now this slides that you are seeing that I'm using to teach right from day one were gotten from an AI slide presentation software that deals with an AI that deals with presentations. Because I know that yes, I will not be able to start designing all my slides on the normal Microsoft PowerPoint. I had to look for something else to use. And I had to learn how to use it quickly. All right. Then lastly, be self-motivated and disciplined. What you be have the ability to work without supervision and manage your time well. All right. So please, who can list for me at least two characteristics of a VA skill, of a virtual assistant, sorry, whilst we move to the next thing we have on ground. All right. So that's part one of what we'll be doing today. So we'll be going into part two, and part two we are looking at the VA career path explained. I decided to title it like that, the VA career path explained. Now let's look at the roadmap just to show you how to grow. I remember the one I said as a virtual assistant, there are three types of virtual assistant: the general, the creative, and the technical. And then if you decide to, okay, I want to do this particular part, you don't just sit there, you move forward, look for the next thing that you can add that can make you more specialized. All right. So because you know how to do admin tasks, don't just sit down with the admin tasks you know how to do. Move up, become a specialized virtual assistant. All right. So here they said stage one is a general virtual assistant who earns $5 to $15 per hour. Here you just do manual administrative tasks, scheduling, social media management on a small scale. Okay, this is the beginner stage. You are learning and building confidence on this stage, but you are not meant to stay here forever. The next place you are to move to is becoming a specialized VA who earns at least $20 to $40 per hour. Okay, now you are focusing on one area. Is it social media management? Is it post video editing, podcast editing, or e-commerce support? Please, if you can hear me, type I can hear you. All right. The more specialized you are, the more you can be able to solve specific problems and the more you earn. But saying you are on just a particular level, no, you don't do that. Even when you get here, don't strive to remain here. Strive to move to the next level. All right. Thank you, Pearl. Strive to move to the next level. And what is the next level? You become a digital business manager. A what? Manager, earning 50 to $100 per hour. That is, you are no longer just a VA. You no longer manage tasks. Okay, can we hear me now? Sorry for that slight interruption. It's raining at my area here. So, like I was saying, as a digital business manager, you manage teams, okay? You are the one to let's say a coach now has three virtual assistants under him. So instead of him to be the one managing those people, instead of him to be the one giving them instructions, he employs you as a manager, and then those three other VAs are working under you. You are the one coordinating them. You are the one handling the strategies. You are the one telling them what to do. You are the one giving them instructions. Okay? So now, how do you move from one stage, from being a general virtual assistant to being a digital business manager? Please, if you can hear me, type I can hear you. Okay? So, how do you do that? How does that transition happen? Number one, it takes time. It does what? It takes time. Like I said, I think on day one or two, that you should trust the process. Okay? Go along with the process. Do you understand me? So you go from being a virtual assistant who just do tax management, email managing, scheduling and all those things, to someone who has now decided, okay, in all these things that I've seen that I can do, this is what I'm good at, this is what I'm best at. You pick that one, you pick it, and you start moving with it. Okay, you pick it and you start moving with it. From there, probably the person you are working for will now be like, okay, you've worked with me for quite a while now and I enjoy working with you, and I would like to employ other people, but I would like you to be the one managing them, so that you can help me take off more off my plate. Then I can face other things concerning my business. All right. So we have to grow. We have to do what? Grow. And then always try to repackage yourself. Everything is about time and packaging. Package your service. Show your clients that you can deliver value to them. All right. So next thing is, please, if you can understand what I'm saying, type I understand. And if you have questions, please start writing down your questions, so that by the end of the lesson, we can ask questions. Okay? Now, how do we get clients? The truth is, after you have learned everything, you've mastered your skills, you've been able to build your portfolio, what next? You need clients. You need people to work for. Okay? Firstly, where can we find clients? We have freelance platform. We have what? Freelance platform. Okay? For example, Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, and other freelancing platforms. So these platforms, you go there, you register with them, upload your projects that you've done, upload your portfolio there. Okay? In the course of doing that, you search for jobs, search for things that are related to you, things that you can do, things that you can start with. You pitch them. All right. And then there are also ways to look for clients. All these are There are more ways to get clients on this freelancing platform. All right. And the thing is, what may work for A may not be able to work for you. Let's be realistic now. Somebody may try the freelance platform and get clients to work for, All right, but another person may do that and may not be able to land a client even in 2 or 3 months. Now that's why there are various ways to get clients. Number one, we say freelancing platform. Secondly, networking, telling people about what you do. LinkedIn, Facebook groups, and WhatsApp groups. All right, post that you can do this on those platforms. You get a, like on Facebook now, you can look for a virtual assistant platform. You post your portfolio there. This is what I can do. In need of a virtual assistant, here is my contact details, reach out to me. And then you go on from there. Okay, and then we have referrals. We have what? Referrals. Referrals can start with friends, families, word of mouth, small businesses around you, and you yourself carry your market on your head. Okay, carry your market on your head. That means tell people about what you do. Let them know what you do, because even after learning everything and you decide that okay, I'll just be quiet about it, clients will come and meet me. It will not work that way. You have to tell people about what you do. Okay, and then websites. Right now there's a particular website where you can go to. It's called Crunchbase. Okay, you can go there, and then maybe freelance platforms have not favored you, networking have not favored you, referrals haven't favored you. You go to this website where you go there, and there they post startups, all these people that are just starting out, who have gotten grants and they've been funded, their businesses have been funded. So those type of startups are actually looking for people. They are looking for people that can work for them. And since they are just starting, that will be a fresh place to actually release your talent, to actually show them what you've got. All right, okay. And here now, just in case you say, all right, let me use any of these methods to get somebody. Here is a little script that I wrote here. You can say, okay, you've gotten someone. Or another way is actually looking for problems that you can solve on other people's social media accounts. Like a friend of mine, how she was able to land her first social media management job was, she was just scrolling through, I think, Instagram, saw a particular individual with an Instagram account. The person was trying to make sales, but it was not just having a headway. So she contacted the person. She used a script like this, introduced herself, told the person what she does and how she can help the person to save time, build and focus on growth, and to ask the person if the person would like her to help. And then from there, conversation started. From there, she landed her first online job. Okay, if you can understand me, please type I can understand in the comment section. All right. So we have to, in as much as we are um trying other platforms, please also reach out to people. There may not be people in your group. You may just be scrolling online and then see a particular page that needs help. Like my pastor will say, for you to be able to build wealth, you need to see problems and solve them. Okay, always look out for problems, always look for pages that have problems that you can solve for them. All right, so don't just scroll aimlessly through social media. As you are scrolling, you check out for people who are doing well. You see their tactics, study how they are doing it, what they are using. Then look out for people who are not doing well. reach out to them, tell them that you can help them to grow their page from so number, from so number to so number. All right. So that is one for getting clients. Okay. Then building your first portfolio. Building your what? First portfolio. I remember yesterday giving us an assignment. I think I dropped it, was it this morning, that we should do some things there. Yesterday we talked about all the six high income skills, and on each high income skill I gave an assignment. So now, clients are not, the way that the world is going currently, people are not really asking after your certificate. How can you help me? Show me what you have done. How can you help me do this thing? So how do they do it? You use, like for example now, use the assignment I gave you for the yesterday's class assignment to build a simple Canva post for either Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook. A sample email reply. All right. A sample email reply, a small spreadsheet tracker, a product description for e-commerce. Now package all these things in a mini portfolio, like a digital CV, so that if they ask you, okay, what have you done? Yes, you are a beginner, but you can show them that this is what I've done. You don't have to show them that, okay, I am a beginner, or I'm still learning, because most of the times some people, when hiring, although they might ask you, is this your first time, some are willing to let you grow while working, while some are not. That is why you have to equip yourself, build up your capacity. Okay, you have to equip yourself very well and build up your capacity, so that even if you are just a beginner, it won't seem like you are just a beginner. They will know that, okay, even if this is a beginner, the value this person is bringing to the table is so much. This is not just a beginner's value, this is somebody that understands their work's value. So can we understand that? All right, thank you very much. Then next thing is mindset and consistency. No matter what you do in this life, okay, if you do not have the correct mindset, you will not grow. You will not grow. The thing that you are trying to do to earn you, at the end of the day you see that it's not even going anywhere. Now we start from, it starts your now success, in fact success starts from the mind. Success starts from the mind. To build a VA career is a step by step journey. To build a VA career is what? A step by step journey. A journey of the mind and consistency. Some of you may start part time while still working normally, but and some may just say, okay, this is what I want to push myself into. The thing is, you must be consistent. You must be what? Consistent. Don't say you will send messages today. Exactly. It's a step by step journey. Don't say you will send message today, relax tomorrow. You continue. You continue. Like a very good example is the light bulb we are enjoying today. When the person who created it, they say he failed so many times, it's enough for him to stop. It's enough for him to do what? To stop. But he continued until he was finally able to produce what we are enjoying today. So imagine you starting part-time managing a social business, a social media account for somebody, and they are paying you 20,000 naira per month, and then you have like two to three of those paying you the same amount. To you it may not look much at the moment, but if you continue stable like that, if you continue like that, within a year you've been able to specialize yourself. Okay, I don't just manage social media accounts again. This is what I now do. You rebrand. All right, from social media management, you now know how to use social media advertising tools. So somebody that was earning 20,000 naira monthly as at a year ago is now earning more than 500 to a million naira every month in a year's time, or in 6 months time, depending on your commitment to whatever you are trying to be there to do. Okay, so it is one thing for us to actually, now you've learned the skills, you know how to do the things, you started getting jobs. It is one thing for you to get the jobs, and it is one thing to be kept in those jobs for you not to miss out. So your skill can open the door for you, but your character and your consistency will keep the door open. Do you understand that statement? Your skill will open the door, but your character, your character traits and consistency will keep you in the room, will keep that door open for you, so that from there you continue. And before you know it, by the time you are looking back, you are saying, oh my God, see where I started from and see where I am today. And another thing is God. You need to hold on to God tightly. In as much as your skill will open for you, know that the person that will keep it open, your skill will open door, your character and everything. One person that will help you to maintain the door open is God. So stay committed to Him. Do we understand that? We should do what? Stay committed to Him. So I think with that we've okay. Mr. John Alidu here said that if you are defeated in your mind, your dream is already dead on arrival. Learn to be comfortable even in the presence of failures and rejection. Do you understand that? Learn to be comfortable even in presence of failures and rejection. Now, because you have applied to so many places, you have applied to client A, you have applied to this place, you have applied to that place, and all of them are rejecting you. You now say, oh, this thing is not for me. No, you keep on pushing. It's not at the first press that you press groundnut that you get oil from inside. It's continual pressing. The more you press, the more groundnut oil comes out of it. Okay, the more you press, the more groundnut oil comes out of it. So the more you press yourself, the more a step away from your breakthrough that you are. Okay, do we understand that? So now, what is going to be your exercise for today? For today, you are going to write down your current level. Okay, where am I currently? Am I just beginning? If you are a beginner, you write a beginner VA. Okay, I'm just starting out. The next thing you do, choose a target service that you want to offer. Now, from all the skills that we've talked about yesterday, you choose one that you know you can offer. The next thing, define your first 3 action steps. You do what? Define your first 3 action step. For example, that is practically creating your portfolio. What are the things I'm going to do to create my portfolio? What are the things I'm going to do that will make me look ready? Number one, create. For example, you can say, okay, today I will create 2 Canva samples that I can show anybody. Okay, after creating that, I'll go and set up my LinkedIn profile so that it's no longer looking shabby or anyhow, but now it's looking professional, like somebody who is actually ready for business. Okay, then you start applying for jobs. You start applying for jobs. Okay, remember, writing down these steps are the first thing you do for yourself that will become real, because even the Bible says that we should write down the vision plain upon table, so that he that run may read it and it will sink in. This is what I'm supposed to do. By the time you do that, you see that you built up confidence. The next thing you do, you start look for a platform, a LinkedIn. You start setting up your LinkedIn profile, make it presentable. You do what? Make it presentable. Then you start applying for jobs. You start looking for startups, people who are just beginning businesses, who have been funded, that are seriously looking for employers, that are looking for employees, sorry, that are looking for virtual assistants. You go to them. All right. So if there are any questions, please, this is the time to start typing your questions in the comment section, so that by the time we are doing this closing recap, we can be able to go through those questions and then know the next step. All right. So what have we learned today? Who can tell me what he or she has learned today? What is your take home from today's class? What is your take home? All right, Pearl, you say you have a question. Okay. What is your take home from today's class? Please, just a moment. Okay. So I'm waiting for our questions and what we've learned from today's class so far. Meanwhile, I'll be going over the recap here. Number one, we've learned about character traits that makes a VA. Okay, where we said a VA has to be proactive, you have to have good communication skill. Okay, Pearl here said concerning the earning per hour, how many hours will I charge a client for? Now it depends. It can be like what I usually see is 10 hours for a work. Now, depending on how long the client wants you to work. Let's say, for example, you are to maybe work with that client for 30 days. Okay? That 30 days, you will tell the client, okay, in these 30 days, I cannot give you the whole 24 hours. This is how many hours you can get from me. 2 to 3 hours every day. So now you know that 2 to 3 hours, you calculate it by the numbers of times you are going to be working for that client for that month. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can charge a client maybe 10 hours a month, 40 hours a month. Now that 40 hours a month, you will now be the one to divide it into how many days that can take that 40 hours. A very good example is if a client wants you to work for a week. All right. A client wants you to work for a week. And then in that whole 1 week, that is times 24 times 7. Now, we are not using the whole of the 24 hours, okay? But we now said, okay, this is what the job I want you to be doing for me. You now, you know that this job will be taking you either 2 hours every day, 2 hours every day. So 2 hours now times 7, that will give you 14 hours. So you charge the person for that 14 hours that you spent. All right? You charge the person for that 14 hours that you spent on the work. So do you understand it? And then if you can't do by hour, you do by service. Do you understand? If you can't do by hour, you do by service. That is, this is the service I will render for you, and this is how much you are going to pay for that service, despite any amount of hours I spend on it. All right? All right. Thank you very much, Pearl. So, now what have we learned today? We learned character traits that makes a successful virtual assistant. We have seen the career path from being a general virtual assistant to a specialized virtual assistant to a digital business manager. Okay? We've also seen how we can find clients. We've also seen how we can create a portfolio, and we can see that your mindset and your consistency are your best tools. Just like Mr. John here said that if your if you are defeated in your mind, your dream is already dead on arrival. That is, no matter what you do, it has died. So there's nothing you can do except you now decide, okay, I refuse to be defeated. This is the outcome I want from this particular thing that I'm doing. Do you understand? So now we have come to the conclusion of our 3 days training. But you're asking yourself, what next? Is this how we are going to end the whole thing? First of all, the answer is no. The answer is what? No. What do you do to start? What do you need to start doing immediately? Offer help to a friend or a small business for free or discounted. Okay? Offer help to a friend or a small business for free. Okay, Pearl said that what she learned from today's class is that consistency in what be consistent in what you do and have good character. That's a good word. Be consistent in what you do and have what? Good character. So, how can you start immediately? Offer help to a friend or small business for free or discounted. Secondly, create 2 to 3 sample projects. Okay? Upload them either to Canva or Google Drive. Join a free platform, a freelance platform. Okay? And send at least 2 to 5 proposal every week. That is, every day you are sending a proposal, every day you are sending a proposal, and it depends on you. You can make it 2 to 3 proposals daily. All right. Then next thing is update your LinkedIn bio, update your social media account, because those places are your digital marketplace. Those are your shop. That's where people will come and know that this is what you are doing and patronize you. So in as much as you are trying to build, you are trying to send out, uh, you are trying to send out proposals, you are trying to pitch clients, by the time they will be coming back to check on you, they need to see that, okay, this person that's actually pitching me, she's actually doing this thing, not that she's pitching me and not doing anything. All right. So one thing I want you to do is, once you go on your LinkedIn bio or your Instagram, your TikTok, or even your WhatsApp, start there by changing what you do. Tell people what you do, starting from your bio, that status. If someone texts you now on WhatsApp, you go to check the person's WhatsApp profile. Some you will see, hey, I'm using WhatsApp. No, instead of people to be seeing that on your bio, if that's what is there, they should see that, okay, you are a virtual assistant and you help small businesses do this. Do we get what I'm saying? So always remember that this side hustle can also become a full-time business if you stay consistent. This can become a full-time business if you do what? If you stay consistent. So with that, we've come to the end of our 3 days training program. But if you are here and you are like, okay, Comfort, I will need help to be able to keep myself accountable. And come, please just give me a moment. All right. So I've created a course, a one-on-one course actually, where I can help you start from being a general VA to becoming a specialized VA, down to becoming a digital business manager. Okay? All right. So this course will actually help you. Now, it's not just a course you will buy on your own to do it. It's something that we have one-on-one coaching, weekly sections, to know how you are progressing. So that you are not just being fired up after these 3 days and then you are lost of what to do. So here, from this training, we are going to be giving you, showing you how to actually set up all your social media platforms. Okay, I think it's here now. So thriving, your pathway to thriving as a virtual assistant. Okay, so this beginner VA launch program, we are excited to help you embark on a rewarding journey as a virtual assistant. Okay, we are not just here to make you say, okay, what next? You people you've taught me this, and then the next thing I am on my own. No. What next? What next is the beginners VA launch program. It's not just about learning, it's about doing. So we have structured it in such a way to provide you with immediate value and tangible results, ensuring that you are not just informed, but you are also equipped and ready to take actions. In here, we give you projects that you will do, and those projects can count as part of your portfolio. Are we getting me? Those projects can count as part of your portfolio. Now, what you will get step by step skill guidance. From here, you'll be able to master one of the most in demand VA skills, because our modules are so much broken down that all this of the whole thing has been so much simplified for you. Now you are going to know how to use tools. You are going to get ready to use tools, how to and know how to use them, especially how to use AI to solve so many things as a virtual assistant. Thirdly, profile optimization. We are going to help you to make to optimize your profile in such a way that if your dream client should see it, they will take you serious. Do you understand me? They will take you serious. So we don't just your mind to do. Then we already have proposal templates, how to pitch. You are going to be taught how to do it. In as much as they are done for you templates, you are going to be taught how to actually sit down, come up with a pitch on your own. All right? Now, as we have gotten to this stage, the thing is, to do all these things, the normal price should be around 20,000. But in the kind of economy that we are right now, you are saving over 50% for just 9,000 naira if you register starting today. That is for the first 10 people, or for this first badge, your registration fee is 9,000 naira. All right? So this is not just another this thing that will come take your money without you being able to see value. No, we are not just carrying a course and dumping it on you for you to do it on your own. No, we are going to be working with you, hands in hands, telling you step by step what to do, how to do it. All right? And the thing is, this first batch is going for the sum of just 9,000 naira. Okay? By second to third badge is going to be increasing, because the more we get, the more skills you are going to be learning. And by the way, you people are even going to get it for a very, very good rate, because by second or third badge, the price is going to come up. And what you are going to be learning is going to be very intense. So just know this as, this is not another way to eat my money, but this is an investment into my future, and don't miss out on it. All right? So not to leave you hanging after these 3 days was the reason why I created this beginner launch program. So if you are interested in getting things done, yeah, like I said, why do you choose a program? It's practical, actionable, and then actionable content, dedicated support, and affordable excellence. So if you know you are ready, you can just say, either type I'm ready in the comment section, or send me a separate DM, a separate WhatsApp message after the class, so that from there you'll be transferred from the normal group we are in right now to a more specialized group where we start holding you by the hands for the next 1 month. Okay, for the next 1 month we will show you the ropes, show you how to do it, give you resources that can help you. Okay, so with that we've come to the end of today's lesson, and I really want to appreciate every one of us that took out our time to be here. For Pearl, she has been here from day one. Mr. John Alido has also been here from day one. I really want to appreciate you all for being consistent. Okay, and I trust that you will not just, after these 3 days, you will not just okay say keeping this aside, but you are going to put in effort so that by the time in 6 months, a year time, you are looking back, you will be like, oh, thank God I joined this program. Thank God I am doing this thing. All right. So I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of us for coming on board. And with that, we've come to the end of our 3 days free virtual assistant training class. And good night. Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much, each and every one of you. So, if you are ready to start the beginners launch VA program, you can go to my DM, send me a message, and we'll start from there. All right. Thank you and bye.